The drongo does not announce itself with size or color. It arrives quietly, its dark silhouette cutting through open skies or resting motionless on a bare branch. At first glance, it appears ordinary, even unremarkable. Yet this bird belongs to a rare category of animals whose true power lies not in physical strength, but in intelligence. The drongo survives not by outrunning predators or overpowering rivals, but by understanding them, predicting them, and at times, deceiving them. In the natural world, where honesty is often assumed, the drongo thrives by bending the rules. The evolutionary history of drongos traces back to tropical regions of Africa, Asia, and Australia, where competition for food is intense and survival depends on adaptability. Over millions of years, drongos evolved into agile aerial hunters, feeding primarily on insects caught mid-flight. Their forked tails, streamlined bodies, and strong wings allow precise control in the air, enabling sudden turns and rapid acceleration. This physical agility forms the foundation of their lifestyle, but it is only the beginning of their story. The drongo's appearance reflects function over ornamentation. Most species are dressed in glossy black plumage, often shimmering with hints of blue or green under direct light. This coloration provides camouflage against bright skies while offering a subtle signal of health and vitality to potential mates. Their eyes are sharp and alert, constantly scanning for movement, opportunity, or threat. The beak is slender but strong, designed for snapping insects out of the air with accuracy. Behavior defines the drongo more than anatomy. Unlike many birds that rely solely on instinctive patterns, drongos demonstrate flexible, learned behavior. They observe other animals closely, particularly those larger or more powerful than themselves. In African savannas and Asian forests, drongos often follow mammals such as meerkats or foraging birds, watching patiently as these animals flush insects from the ground. Rather than expending energy searching, the drongo waits, calculates, and intervenes at the precise moment. What elevates the drongo from clever to extraordinary is its use of vocal mimicry. Drongos are capable of imitating the alarm calls of multiple species with remarkable accuracy. When competing animals locate food, the drongo may suddenly produce a false alarm call, triggering panic. Startled, the other animals flee, abandoning their meal. The drongo then calmly moves in to claim the reward. This behavior is not accidental. Studies have shown that drongos adjust their calls depending on the species they are targeting, selecting sounds that are most likely to provoke fear. This level of deception requires more than vocal ability. It requires understanding cause and effect, predicting reactions, and adapting strategies when previous attempts fail. When animals begin to ignore a specific false alarm, drongos have been observed switching to different alarm calls, maintaining their effectiveness. Such behavior places the drongo among the most cognitively advanced birds, capable of learning, memory, and behavioral flexibility. Socially, drongos occupy a complex space. They are territorial and assertive, often chasing away birds much larger than themselves. Their confidence appears disproportionate to their size, yet it is supported by speed, awareness, and intimidation rather than force. Within their own species, drongos maintain loose social structures, communicating through a rich repertoire of calls used for warning, coordination, and mate interaction. Reproduction follows a seasonal rhythm tied to food availability. Drongos build compact nests high in trees, selecting locations that offer visibility and protection from ground predators. Both parents participate in raising the young, aggressively defending the nest against intruders. Their boldness during this period is striking, as they will dive at snakes, raptors, and mammals without hesitation, relying on speed and surprise rather than strength. Survival challenges are constant. Despite their intelligence, drongos remain vulnerable to larger predators and environmental changes. Habitat loss, deforestation, and climate shifts threaten insect populations, indirectly affecting drongo survival. Yet adaptability remains the greatest strength. Where ecosystems change, drongos adjust behavior, diet, and territory rather than disappearing immediately. The drongo's role in ecosystems is subtle but influential. As insect predators, they help regulate populations that could otherwise damage vegetation or spread disease. Their interactions with other species create dynamic relationships that shape behavior across entire communities. Even deception, in this context, becomes part of a natural balance, forcing other animals to adapt, remain vigilant, and evolve. Human interaction with drongos is limited but fascinating. In regions where they are common, drongos are often noticed for their fearless behavior and sharp calls. Some cultures recognize them as clever or mischievous birds, attributing human-like intelligence to their actions. Unlike domesticated species, drongos remain firmly wild, resistant to control or taming, maintaining a respectful distance from human influence. Why does the drongo matter? Because it challenges the idea that intelligence belongs only to large-brained animals or social mammals. The drongo demonstrates that complex thinking can evolve wherever survival demands it. Its success is built not on honesty or brute force, but on observation, adaptation, and strategic behavior. In the quiet moments between calls, when the Drongo rests motionless against the sky, it appears simple once again. But this illusion mirrors the bird itself. Beneath a modest exterior lies a mind constantly at work, reading the environment, anticipating reactions, and choosing the most effective path forward. In the Drongo, nature reveals a truth that is often overlooked. Survival favors not just the strong, but the clever. As ecosystems face increasing pressure, species like the Drongo remind us that intelligence is a form of resilience. Their continued presence depends on landscapes rich enough to support complexity, where learning and adaptation still matter. Protecting such environments ensures that the silent games of strategy, deception, and survival continue, played out on branches and open skies, unseen by most, but essential to the balance of life.